Once upon a time, there was a king who was extremely lazy. He neither thought about his kingdom nor did anything for its welfare. His daily routine consisted of just three things: eating, sleeping, and resting. Due to his laziness, the people of his kingdom were unhappy. They longed for a ruler who would take care of them and lead the kingdom toward prosperity. However, the king remained oblivious to their complaints and continued with his easy life. As time passed, the ministers of the court also became frustrated. They had tried several times to make the king realize his responsibilities, but he refused to listen. His laziness led him to gain so much weight that he could barely move from his bed. Soon, news of the king's sluggishness spread to neighboring kingdoms, and even enemy rulers started mocking him. This humiliation finally hit the king hard. One day, while looking at himself in the mirror, he felt ashamed of what he had become. He realized that if he continued like this, his kingdom would fall apart. He needed to change, to become active and fit again. Determined to find a solution, he made an announcement throughout the kingdom. "Whoever helps me regain my fitness and strength will receive a grand reward." Hearing this, the kingdom's best physicians and healers rushed to the palace. They prepared various herbal medicines and tonics for the king, promising that they would help him lose weight. However, despite consuming them, his condition worsened. His weight continued to increase instead of decreasing. One day, an old sage arrived in the kingdom. He heard about the king's predicament and approached the palace guards. "I have a special remedy," he said confidently, "but the king must come to me himself. I do not visit royal courts, and this remedy will only work if I give it to him personally." When the guards conveyed the sage's message to the king, he was overjoyed. At last, someone had a solution, but when he learned that he had to go to the sage himself, he was enraged. "What nonsense is this?" he fumed. "I can't even get out of bed. How does he expect me to walk to him?" His ministers, however, persuaded him. "Your Majesty, this might be your last chance. At least try," they pleaded. Realizing he had no other option, the king reluctantly forced himself to sit up. With the help of his soldiers, he took a few small steps. Though it was extremely difficult, he persisted and slowly made his way to the sage's humble hut. Upon reaching there, the king was told that the sage was away and that he would have to return the next day to receive the remedy. The king was furious, but he had no choice. The next day, struggling once again, he walked all the way to the sage's hut. This continued for several days, and each time the sage made an excuse, asking him to return the next day. Unknowingly, the king was walking more and more each day. After a month, the sage finally handed the king a cup of simple water. He chanted some prayers over it and gave it to him, saying, "Drink this, and you will be cured." The king drank the water eagerly, then asked, "What is this miraculous remedy called? How is it prepared? My royal physicians must learn how to make it." The sage smiled and said, "Your Majesty, this is no special medicine. It is just ordinary water." The king was shocked. "What? Then how did I lose weight?" The sage laughed and said, "You were never healed by any magical remedy. You healed yourself. Over the past month, you have walked to my hut every single day. Your efforts, perseverance, and determination have made you healthy again." There was no shortcut, only hard work. The king was speechless. He realized how foolish he had been, waiting for an easy solution when all he needed was effort and consistency. From that day forward, he took charge of his life and his kingdom, becoming a wise and active ruler. Lesson: this story teaches us that there are no shortcuts to success or self-improvement. Many times we look for an easy way out, hoping for a miracle to solve our problems. However, the real solution lies in our efforts. Challenges push us out of our comfort zones and force us to grow. Just like the king, we must take responsibility for our lives, work hard, and never rely on quick fixes. True success comes through persistence, discipline, and dedication. If you loved this story and found its message inspiring, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends and family. Let's spread the power of hard work and perseverance together. And if you want to hear more such motivational stories, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support keeps us going and helps bring more meaningful stories your way. See you in the next video.